How's it going, everyone? It is Liam Carson here as we are continuing with Volume 9 of RWBY with episode number 2. Great starting point after 2 years without a RWBY episode, picking up where we last left off with Volume 8 and seeing Team RWBY scattered. They did, of course, make their way back with one another by the end of the episode, but it was just really, really great to see all of the characters and how they've been dealing, I guess, in the short amount of time they are in this new world, of course, based off Alice in Wonderland. And yeah, of course, we did meet some new characters, especially with Little, and it will be very, very interesting to see where this volume does go, because we had the OP, which still slaps, which seems to suggest a few things, especially with RWBY. We did see hints of how she has been coping with her being stranded in this new world. But we got a bit of an indication that this is going to be a bit of a difficult season for RWBY, especially with these last few volumes. I can't exactly blame her, and yeah, I feel like this is going to be, well, I don't just feel like this is going to be a volume that is more character-driven, but it's going to be a volume that might hit us in the emotions. But I guess that's part of the course with RWBY, so yeah. But with that said, why don't we get into this episode of RWBY? It's episode 2 of Volume 9. Let's go. Oh, actually, hang on. Ah, that's why it sounds low. Okay. Just check if everything else is good. I could do with a bit of a boost. Okay. Slaps! Oh, that's one thing I didn't notice at first, the tears streaming down John's face. Which, you know, given what happened to Penny, the difficult decision he was put through, yeah. Go back the way. Oh my. This intro! That mysterious girl again. Oof. The more you watch this intro, the more it's just some of the meanings you can kind of decipher. It just is impactful, but also it just slaps hard and hard and hard. Such a good intro. Such a good intro. Those
are we
birds
just gonna
again.
Stand around thinking about this in silence, or?
I know this place is weird, but a fairy tale? I mean, that's impossible.
Yeah. Impossible
what we've seen is improbable,
doesn't exist.
But that doesn't mean we're in an actual fairy tale. Are we seriously entertaining this?
Do
Yep.
you have a better explanation for what's going on?
Well, let's try to be more logical, shall we? We fell from the sky. RWBY made friends with a tiny mouse. Friends! Blake and I got caught by killer mines. And, you got your arms stolen by a... What was it that you said?
A talking raccoon riding on a purple wagon filled with trash.
Damn Rocket.
Yes, that. Okay, I see your point of view. I am going to go over here now. Of course it's thriving a little trash.
processing everything.
Something about this is familiar.
The girl who fell through the world.
Yep! What I spoke of last week.
I think we're in the ever after.
Blake,
Here we are.
That world is make-believe. It was just part of a story we all read as kids.
It's not make-believe. It's where I live.
Can you tell us more about it? Have you ever heard the name Alex?
Alex.
Alex. Is that a purpose?
In the story, Alex fell from the sky and met with the hunter
Girl
mice.
who fell through the
Got
world.
trapped in vines, bought a Jabberwocker, and got her knife stolen by a talking raccoon.
Yeah, and then she beat the Red King at a board game, met the curious cat, the rusted knight, and finally got out through...
The tree.
So what now? Do we go to the tree, look for Alex, Yang's arm? Ruby, you're still missing Crescent Road.
Yeah, there's a
I'll
few
bet the
pieces we
Jinxie
need to pick
peddler
up.
has it.
The Jinxie.
The Jinxie peddler? That's the only talking raccoon I know.
Ah,
Do
the
you
same
know where
one.
he might be?
What?
Of course. I'll lead the way. Right to...
Oh my goodness. So much
So,
energy
the
for a
town is
little
just ahead,
creature.
right? I've been thinking, if we're going to go to this town, we need to be careful. Alex didn't know their customs and ended up starting a war among the townsfolk. Trouble followed
Woo!
her everywhere she went.
Well, yeah, but she was kind of a mean person, right? She lied and cheated her way through most of the book.
She was trying to survive. The morals of those old stories are so simplistic.
I'm guessing because she
Either way,
knew the
You need
story.
to tread lightly.
The town's just up ahead. The Jinxie peddler always stops by our village before he goes to town.
Do they steal stuff from you guys too?
Steal? Never. They just take the things we're not looking at. Fair's fair.
Yeah,
Sounds
that's
like a
fair.
legitimate business person. How did they manage to steal your arm anyway?
I was knocked out from the fall. When I came to, that sneaky raccoon had already grabbed my arm and ran off before I could stop him.
Wow.
So would you say he caught you unarmed?
Blade.
Disarming.
Oh!
I guess we'll have to catch this.
About time.
Oh!
Or what?
Buzz buzz!
Nothing.
Don't worry. We'll find a way out of here, and then we'll go back home.
Oh, Blake pudding.
Weiss?
Yang's infection.
It's all gone. There's nothing left for me to go back to. Just like Beacon.
Atlas.
You did the best you could for Atlas, Weiss.
But it wasn't enough. We hatched a crazy plan that put a whole kingdom at risk, and we don't even know if we saved the relics from... Maybe John and Winter were able to get them out, despite everything.
Oh, that's
Despite us.
just so much pain going through these. Weiss.
I know that Penny... I know that was a lot to hear.
Weather's responding to Ruby again, isn't it? Oh. I mean, I was gonna say that, yeah, Yang is infecting Blake with her, put.
So this is the entrance to the other acre, you called it?
Yep. All we do is cross the bridge and we'll be, well, wherever over there is.
You don't know?
Great.
Nope.
Great.
Never been this far from home.
Oh, maybe you should go back?
I wouldn't have any idea how to go back. Maybe I'll live by this bridge.
I'll handle this.
Built in a house, my very first house. Gonna find my purpose in my
Little is
Would
amazing.
you like to come with us?
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Yeah. You don't say. Oh.
Just act like you belong, everybody.
I've always wanted to be long, but I'm still just small.
Oh.
There it is.
See, Yang would
Don't
appreciate that.
Just start roughing them up.
I wouldn't
or
say
what?
pun, but yeah.
In the book, Alex had to barter with Jinxie for her dagger.
Yeah, I think I'd rather hit him.
He's adorable.
And a lot older than I remember from the book.
I am Jinxie, and these are the finest treasures of the acre.
I don't see my arm. All of Jinxie's treasures are just other items in disguise, so that people think they're buying something extremely valuable.
So he's
Okay.
conning them.
So, which one is Yang's arm?
The left
What
one.
does your heart tell you? That's how Alex knew.
Similar color scheme, right?
I mean, that one looks roughly arm-sized-ish.
Ruby?
There's something about that one.
First item,
Do I want to say
the
Penny?
diamond-studded rabbit. You! Jinxie.
what in the Lego?
How are we going to bid without any money?
I don't think there's any money in the ever after. Jinxie just names whatever price he wants.
What did Jinxie want from Alex?
Her saddest memory.
Oh.
And her happiest.
Sold for a
Oh.
hug.
Hugs are very valuable.
I could.
Maybe
I
this
could.
won't be so bad after all.
I could barter with that.
A golden scepter. You!
Oh.
The bidding starts at
No, I was the first one to.
knowing what it is to feel loved. A fair price
Blake,
for some,
Blake,
I'd
Blake.
say.
Knowing what it's like to feel loved by royal decree.
Oh, come on. That's
That's
bull.
my arm.
Whatever it is, it's royal property now.
What
No
do you
price
want
is
with
too
it?
high for His Majesty's birthday.
First item, the Jade Marionette.
We tried it your way, Blake.
You!
Ruby, what are you doing?
Bidding starts at enough hope to fill this jar.
Oh, Ruby.
You don't have enough, do you?
What? It's okay for
Leave
you
that
though.
alone. You can't touch it until the deal is done.
Uh-oh. Oh.
It's a fake!
Yes. Okay.
I'm going for it.
Unhand that gift.
Fair's fair.
I got it. Ruby, come on.
Everyone's darting and Weiss is just done. If I just want to refund anything.
Those people take auctions very seriously. High five. High five.
We're doing the
The
same thing
puns.
Alex did. We're ruining everything.
That's your biggest concern right now?
I've read so many stories. I never thought I'd be the moral of one.
Oh, Ruby.
Ruby?
I couldn't explain why, but I was drawn to it.
Penny.
Great. Now it's raining on just us. That's it. We're getting out of this nightmare. Alex went to the tree, right? Let's go.
I don't think it's gonna work like that. In the book,
We are not in a book. And even if we were, we know how it ends. Right over there.
Poor Weiss.
Stupid tree!
Oh,
Yeah, already tried that earlier. You can't get any closer to the tree that way.
Step
then
by
what do we
step.
do now? We've got my arm, but we still don't have Crescent Rose or the slightest idea how to get out.
This way! Somebody's sad! I'd be sad too.
Oh.
If I ruined the royal birthday.
Oh,
These
those,
guys again.
yeah, the guards.
Blake, what did Alex do next?
she went to the Crimson Castle and beat the Red King at his own game.
Guess that's where. Oh!
Hands up! You treasonous birthday ruiners!
Okay.
We want to go to the birthday party. We want to go to the birthday party.
Well, too bad, because we're going to... Oh,
Ah!
yes. That's where we're taking you, as prisoners, for stealing royal property.
What if I offered you something better?
No, don't you dare.
The
Ruby.
weapon of a powerful warrior.
Go on.
Not just a powerful warrior. The most powerful to ever live. She was touched by magic. She gave her life for thousands. She took a message of hope to the stars.
Oh, Ruby.
And she saw the world through better eyes. Take us to the royal birthday and allow us to present this most precious gift.
Yeah,
Yes.
same. I'm
By royal
getting
decree.
emotional.
Come on, men. You heard her. We've got a birthday to celebrate.
Ruby, are you sure about this?
Look, we may not know exactly what's going on, but for whatever reason, this place is putting us on a similar path as a book we all read as kids. I say we follow it. And stop pretending we know what we're doing.
Shit. Oh my god, that. Yep, this volume's gonna hurt. This volume's gonna hurt like a mother. Ruby's already, yeah, Ruby's already tearing me apart in terms of, just the pain that she's going through, and, you know, Lindsay's doing a fantastic job in terms of portraying that pain and defeat, that hopelessness as well, because, yeah, that's pretty appropriate given, what was to wager for the doll. The doll, of course. Yeah, I had a feeling that would correlate to Penny. As soon as Ruby said, you know, how that she felt connected to it. Yeah. Oh, this is going to be a tough volume. Already this volume is going to have me in in a state of emotions because it was really affecting me when RWBY gave her, I guess you could call it tribute, in regards to Penny, when she offered the sword, of course. See, there is a part of me that feels like that she is going to adopt it, that she's going to make it into, I don't know, a secondary weapon. Especially if Crescent Rose is still out there. I believe Alex has it, which we'll get onto in a moment. But even so, I feel like she is going to keep the sword. She's going to, I don't know, kind of memorialize it, because obviously Penny meant a lot to her, and there is a lot of pain in regards to Penny's death, that sacrifice that is really, really... I mean, there has been a lot. Like I said, these past couple of volumes have had a toll on her emotions, but I feel like Penny's death really is the straw that broke the camel's back in regards to her emotions, because she is just defeated. She is just without hope. Like, even before they met with Jinxie, you could really tell with her voice and all of that how done she was. She was just done. But I really, really did love that tribute that she mentioned in regards to Penny, because it was beautiful, it was moving, it was the right words in regards to her sentiments, in regards to how she saw Penny, and yeah, it really, really did have a huge impact in regards to just in regards to the current state of emotions that RWBY is going through right now. I mean, obviously we're seeing different bits and pieces, like how it's raining and how it seems to connect to RWBY, because this is the second time it's rained, when RWBY has just wanted to burst out crying, and we're seeing all of... Well, she is obviously vocalizing. You can really tell with her voice how hurt she is, but as someone who knows what it's like to, you know, bottle things up on the verge of breaking down, yeah, she at this moment you just know that she's ready to break down. So yeah, but I do have a feeling, because of the fact that they're taking this by a step-by-step approach in regards to in regards to Alex's story, which, you know, makes a lot more sense as well with her being, because I made mentions in regards to the OP and all of that, and how Neo, Mad Hatter, we had Jean, who I thought was the White Rabbit. I will never say that in one go. But yeah, and Alice. Yeah, you get the idea. Especially with her being the girl who fell through the world. I feel like they're going to take this by a step-by-step basis, which is why they can't exactly shortcut to the tree right now. They have to beat the king, of course, in his own game, which I feel like that is going to... that is going to, excuse me, entail in RWBY getting the sword and making that her weapon. Mainly until she finds Crescent Rose again, which I believe Alex has. I'm not sure. I just feel like that is going to be the case with how it washed up on the shore with Alex in the intro, but, you know, that could just be me. But at first it's going to basically be her weapon, and then she's going to incorporate it as a secondary weapon, as something to continue fighting for Penny once she does get back to Remnant. So that's what I feel like is going to happen. But yeah, we learned quite a bit in regards to the Ever After, of course. I did speculate that this could be the story. It did bring me reminiscence of the story of the girl who fell through the world. And that was confirmed with Blake, who obviously it's a nice callback to her love for stories and all of that, and how she had a bit of an inkling that this was exactly the story of Alex, and how she fell through the world, and how she, went through these different these different I guess chapters, really. And that's what Team RWBY have got to do, really, if they want to exit. Although I don't feel like Alex has left the world. If she is the person who we saw in the intro, the mysterious fifth person, that seems to have more prominence in the OP, but there is that mystery, which I believe it's like 99.9999% confirmed at this point. Then there's got to be an indication that she didn't leave the Ever After if we're going to meet her. So I feel like she hasn't. She was. I'll have to see what was in order again, but I'm sure the Rusty Night was the final one. So I feel like by bypassing that, we go to the tree, we leave. Done. Bob's your uncle. But yeah, like I said, I'll go through the episode again, and I'll see, because I feel like it's going to be a step-by-step basis. You can't jump from A to Z. You have to take A, B, C, etc. So they have to follow through the same steps, really. All of the steps taken that Alex took, they're going to have to take, really. So, yeah. But this was really, really great stuff. I also really loved, of course, with Jinxie's involvement, especially, of course, with him being the one that took Yang's arm, of course. But that was established in the trailer anyway, so yeah. But, yeah, there were quite a few, of course, well, with the items and all of that, you kind of had a feeling that, the staff, was it? That was Yang's arm. The doll, especially with, Penny and all of that. That had to relate. Yeah, that had to relate to Penny. And then, of course, the sword just... Yeah. But not just that, though. But in terms of payments and all of that, they were pretty personal as well. Because with RWBY, of course, this was all about a jar of hope. And like I said, I mean, it's pretty evident with the fact that RWBY is just done. She is without hope, etc. And I really got that from Jinxie in regards to the fact that he's sympathizing. Like, you could really see that defeated tone in his voice about, oh, you don't have enough, do you? Like, I feel so bad for you. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty much evident in regards to RWBY, with how she's lost so much. And like I said, Penny is the straw that broke the camel's back, really. She has gone through so much pain, whether it's by losing someone or, those who she's... like, even the whole Salem situation, because there is that idea of how can she be stopped? And that's going to play on to the fact of your lack of hope. Because even when they leave the Ever After, we've still got to deal with this shit with Salem, and there is no hope in terms of defeating her. So, if she's invincible, yeah. So, and of course we had the whole Ironwood situation. She's probably worried about what Crow's going to be thinking, because we saw him in, shouting for RWBY and Yang. Well, we didn't hear it, but, we can put two and two together, right? So, and there's even no way of knowing if time is going to pass when they return. Obviously, going to a different world can have its ramifications in terms of time. So, and I don't know if that's going to have some kind of relation in terms of because Blake did mention about how Jinxie is a bit older. If Alex is still stuck behind, how much time has passed since she fell to the Ever After? So, yeah. But, there was not just the whole Jar of Hope situation, but there was also this situation for Yang where the feeling of being loved and all of that. And I mean, my first thought was Blake, and there is that worry, and we'll get to that in a moment, because the ship has already sailed at this point, but yeah. Like, there is still, with Yang, there's still a bit of that situation with Raven as well, I would say, because obviously her mother was Mother of the Year. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I feel like there's also the situation with, like, she's worried about where, like, obviously I make my mentions about the fact that I feel like Bumblebee is setting full official 100% sail this volume. But that still doesn't mean that there is going to be, like, this case of anxiety or whatever in terms of, okay, like, I don't want to, have her hurt or anything. And like I said, I feel like given the circumstances of the ending of Volume 8, I feel like there is going to be that, like I don't want to be in a situation where I thought I could lose you and I never got the chance to say I love you. So there's, from Blake's side of things, with Yang, that I feel like that might be that anxiety in terms of going full through with this. And we, had the little, finger tap there, as well as the fact that Blake is punning. She is adhering to who Yang is, which is really, really wholesome. So, and even Weiss saw it. Weiss was like, it's about time. Like, she knew that them two were a thing, and she's like, finally. So, yeah, but speaking of Weiss, what I really loved about this episode is how serious it was, but also how it really touched on the comedy at certain aspects, like the volume, like it really felt like the good old days, really, especially with the animation as well, which is still on point. Like, I do really love the blend, especially with how janky it can be at times, which I really, really love. But Weiss, she was just losing it. Like, she was just, like, she was trying to process everything in regards to, we can't be in a, fairy tale or whatever. And then you saw her muttering to herself several times throughout this episode. And then, she tried to take the shortcut route in regards to, well, we know how this ends, so why don't we just jump straight ahead to the end? But that's the thing with a story. You can't just open a book and then decide to see what happens at the end. You have to go through the journey, really. So, yeah. But Weiss was just not having any of this, decided to put herself in that loop, of course. Throw a stone at herself, which, oy, but like I said, what I really loved about this episode was the seriousness and the humour. There was that nice balance there. And I say that because Weiss expressed her feelings in regards to Atlas. And that's it, though. Yeah. Atlas is gone. And I really, really did like that moment where, she reflected on what she said in regards to Penny's sacrifice, and there was just that nice wholesome moment with RWBY and Weiss, to the point where it was starting to thunder, like she was, RWBY's hurt was acknowledged, of course, in regards to how she's just trying to channel it all in before she bursts out again. But, yeah, it was really, really interesting to see Weiss, of course, argue the point about, are we doing good? So, yeah, and it was just really, really great to touch upon that hurt she's been dealing with, because obviously with RWBY, like I said, I feel like the forefront in terms of her is going to be centralized around RWBY, of course. But we shouldn't really think that everyone else is going to be fine and dandy. Weiss has just lost Atlas. I mean, yeah, obviously things were very, very difficult there. But she's asking all of these questions about are we helping the world? Are we making a difference? And you know, she still like, even though her family was a bit difficult, like especially Jacques, there are still many people out there who have lost Atlas, and it's gonna be it is something to reflect on, really, for Weiss's consciousness. Like, did we do the right thing at the end of the day? So, especially with how high the stakes were in regards to Penny's sacrifice, in regards to just everything that happened in the final episode of Volume 8. So, yeah, but yeah, it was really, really great. We got some answers in regards to where we're at, in regards to that mysterious person. I mean, she could be a different person, obviously, but like I said, 99.99999% confirmed it's Alex. And with the fact that she's guiding them, if she's, like I said, in the Ever After, because I'm assuming, you know, the OP has some significance, of course, so aka Alex is gonna aid them. One has to assume she hasn't left the Ever After, and they will all leave together. So, unless there's some kind of sacrifice, because that's what Ruby needs, right? That's what Ruby needs, is someone else to. Well, then again, when she finds out about Jean, right? Because but there was something that I did notice in the intro that I didn't address in the last episode, and the first like shot in the intro, you can see Jean crying. So obviously we got to open those can of worms in regards to, you know, what happened in regards to his perspective, his POV, in the ending of Volume 8. So yeah, but yeah, this was just really, really, really great stuff. Also glad that Blake is also taking a leadership. Like, that's it though. If she knows about the girl who fell through the world, then, and obviously Ruby's not in the best state of mind, and we're gonna address that in full, where she just literally bursts out crying. It's not just gonna rain. She's just, yeah. I feel like Blake, with, you know, everything about the Ever After and the girl who fell through the world and having to take this by a step-by-step approach, she's a really, really great candidate. So, yeah. But, yeah, it is just really, really great. It was really great in regards to Jinxie, and, of course, the gifts and how personal they are, especially with Ruby, about the fact that hope is very representative of, you know, Ruby's state of mind at this moment. I mean, it was like, when Jinxie said that, it was a pretty evident case about, you know, we know what Ruby's going through right now, and yeah. So, but this season, this volume, I'm really loving it so far. 2 episodes down, already emotional. Great stuff. That's very, very that is very, very promising for the rest of this volume, especially when we're going to get very deeper in terms of Ruby's mentality and depression and all of that. So yeah, but overall this was pretty awesome stuff. I felt like this definitely did provide a bit of a step up from episode 1, which is really, really nice. I mean, episode 1 was, you know, kind of picking up where we last left off and getting the team back together, and this episode really expanded on things in terms of where we're at, in terms of Alex, in terms of furthering characters' emotions, etc. So yeah, pretty awesome stuff. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time.